Hello, 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 hello. This is Dr. Chara, the founder and CEO of Be Your Best Yet Coaching and Consulting. And I am Dr. Chara, a leadership coach and consultant. And I specialize in leadership development for future principals, first year principals, and early career principals around up until year 7. All right, so let's jump in. Now, today's scenario, actually, I'm going to go over a scenario today, and this is specifically for you, future principals, or anyone that's really in the market that's within educational leadership that's applying or getting ready to, as I say, hit the submit button. All right, so the tidbit that I have for you today is to prepare in advance. And let me scroll. So I'm going to give you a second to read. Let me move myself. Here we go. All right, so this is the scenario. And I actually clipped this out of one of the principals groups. And someone posted this anonymous, so that's why I can share it. All right, so it says, "Hello, I am starting a new job as the head principal of a PK-8 school. There is some animosity to the fact that I received the job over the current AP. I was hoping for some advice for the first day." This is where it begins to get juicy. "I have experience as an AP, but this is my first head principal position. All right. I believe I am ready, but I know I have a lot to learn." That's okay. Some questions, concerns. Number one, how do I introduce myself to students and staff without taking up instructional time or planning? Two, this school needs a lot of help, but I know I can't show up and change everything up day one. How long do I need to observe and acclimate myself? Three, general advice. Thanks in advance. All right, so let's thank this anonymous person for actually posting this, because it actually made me really think. And actually, today I have been engaging in more so career coaching, one-on-one coaching conversations with future principals that are in the process of preparing their interview packages, whether they're getting ready to apply for principals pools or they're getting ready to apply for principals positions. And then there are some that are actually in the interview phase for a principal. So, anywho, so I wanted to offer and bring this to you today. Do not wait. And these things can happen. The path to the principalship is varied. Some of us go through 5 or 6 interview phases, and some you may not. But again, do not wait until you have the position and then you think about, how am I going to introduce myself to students and staff? All right, you should already have that prepared in advance. And to be honest, with the future principals that I coach, that I work with, that's actually part of our program, is that they that they are to create their letter in advance. They're to create a letter, an introductory letter to the school community. They're also to craft out and jot down what they will actually say to the staff, how they will introduce themselves to students, how they will introduce themselves to parents, because depending upon your audience, that will have to change. So you have to think about that in advance, so that once the day comes, you've already thought about some of these things. All right. So then number two, the anonymous person says that the school needs a lot of help, but I know I can't show up and change everything in day one. How long do I observe and acclimate myself? So again, best practice is to go ahead and create a 90-day type plan. And so what goes into that 90-day plus plan? And I say a 90-day plus because you may have a period of where you're observing and meeting with people and all the things that we normally do within a 90-day plan. And then you have your post, what I call a post plan, where you will communicate everything that you found out over the course of the first 90 to 100 days or so. So again, no shade to this particular person, but again, this is one of those things that as future principals, this is why, as I shared in another video, having a sponsor, having a coach, having a community, but also being involved in specific leadership development opportunities that are specifically designed for principalship development. Okay, because numbers 1 and number 2 would be answered, and you would not have congratulations to this person and wonderful, and we wish this person all the best, but you would not, you could use your new time wisely. You would come in with a plan versus trying to create a plan after being named. All right, so again, prepare in advance. That's the purpose of having and being involved in principal development programs, having a leadership coach, having a invested stakeholder or a sponsor, because these are the people that can walk you through some of these things. All right. So, and I also have here a QR code. Feel free to scan, but don't scan if you're not ready for tips from me or to really become involved in a community that can propel you forward in your leadership journey. All right. So this is Dr. Chara. I am signing out. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'm curious, of course, have you, as a future principal, have you crafted and jotted out how you're going to introduce yourself to students and staff? Okay. Have you done that? And then what is your plan after you've been named? And I just told a future principal this recently. Okay. So you're named. I call this the period between being named and your actual official first day on the job. So what are you going to do between that period of time? Then what do you do when you are officially start the job? So yeah, talk to me about that. Comment below or send me a DM and let me know. Are you preparing in advance, and how are you preparing in advance as it relates to these two items here on the screen? And again, if you're not ready to join our leadership community, don't scan if you don't want tips. All right. Talk soon. This is Dr. Chara, and I am signing out. And remember, the best is yet to come.